it's creating new broadcast right now. Okay,
I see.
it says it's created the broadcast. I'll see if it's worked. That's always the thing with technology. You're just like, has it worked or not? It hasn't given it the fucking creating thumbnail. New broadcast. Why haven't you done that, you stupid thing? Hang on,
Is it working in other ways?
It's working in other ways. At least
the thumbnail can always be changed.
The thumbnail can always be changed later. Apparently we're live. One person's watching.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you?
Hello,
that person.
Hello, one person.
Where are you? Where do you live? What's your address?
Where? I think you're allowed to ask that. Okay. I mean, the thing that I'm looking at says it's got the thumbnail on it, so.
Oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it?
It's going to be one of those.
I've just started the recording on my end, by the way, which means that people watching on the archive on my channel didn't get to hear us asking a person to dox themselves, but
it's going to be one of those streams.
It is going to be one of those streams. We're only just getting started.
I've got the thing open now, and people are joining us and saying things. Oh, someone said 123 Fake Street.
Good. I wonder if that's become such a meme that if I were a town planner, I would.
There probably is.
People are joining.
There probably is somewhere called 123 Fake Street that people have named after 123 Fake Street from what you call it, Simpsons.
I'm going to Google it. Actually, no. I'm going to search it on maps to see if it comes up. Because most of our streams, we actually have something serious to talk about, right? Whereas this one gets to be basically all just classic antics.
Yeah, this is basically all antics. Hang on, I'm just doing a tweet. With @JXC.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually. If you search 123 Fake Street on Google Maps, someone's registered as like the name of their business so that it acts as a free advertisement for them.
That is pretty clever. The Evil Dalek says, Stu noticed me. Hello, Evil Dalek. I've noticed you.
What would it... That's just saying, the wet shower. I've never taken an improv class. I'm not very fast. I'll drink coffee. That'll speed me up.
Okay, that's good because this is going to be a very exciting stream. Because
very fast-paced stream.
Yeah, very fast-paced stream. So, okay, I will explain the thinking behind this. So, basically, my thinking was that since we basically know nothing about this Doctor Who special that's airing at some point next month, we don't even know what day it's airing.
We do know a lot, though. Well, we know like a lot of the cast and returning characters.
We know quite a bit. We don't know much about the plot or anything that's going to happen in it. We don't even, but we don't know what day it is. So my idea was we're going to write it.
Yeah, we're going to write it. We're going to write the canon version, whatever they air on the BBC. That's fan fiction because we're doing it. This will be the first version of it available, is what we tell you.
Yes,
meaning it's the canon one.
Yeah. So if you're looking at my screen right now, I've got my Celtex account open. I have got a document called The Power of the Doctor by Jay and Stu, and we're going to sit here and we're going to write it together.
Yes, and if you're looking at my screen right now, you don't get to see that. You should have watched it on Stu's channel.
No, so go over to my channel, Stubag Full. Stubag subscribe to Stubag Full as the...
Yes, it is. It's literally the same content, but with more information.
Yes, so you'll actually know what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. Right, so my video is for people who are lazy.
Yes. Mine has the intellectual capacity to it. Okay. So my idea when we go into this is okay. We're thinking like Chris Chibnall. We've got to write this like Chris Chibnall, so we got to go in with absolutely no plan.
I wonder if any of this is going to be clipped and put on Twitter.
Probably. Okay, so starting out with, so what do we know about the Centenary Special so far? We know what it's called.
Got Ace and Tegan in it. Well, do we know it's got Ace and Tegan in it, or do we know it's got Sophie Aldred and Janet Fielding in it?
That is a point. Well,
Have they confirmed that they're actually playing Ace and Tegan, or could we decide that actually they're playing two entirely unrelated characters?
no, because she does say in that, I haven't seen the Doctor for over 4 decades. And
Maybe she's playing her character from Shakedown Return of the Sontarans.
I have not watched that.
She's in it, and she's not playing Ace.
What's she playing?
I don't remember.
But it's definitely...
Hang on, let me find it. I wonder if it's available on Google or if it's too obscure, that information.
So Master... So it's got the Master in it.
Google describes it as a film.
Well, it's kind of... It's videographic content.
Sophie Aldred is playing a character called Mari, and that's all the information that I
Mari.
have.
What sort of sadistic parent calls their child Mari?
Any Mari's watching, I'm sorry for Stuart. He doesn't represent my feelings or the feelings of the channel.
Okay, I will keep those opinions to myself. Okay, so it's got Ace and Tegan in it. I'm just calling it. They are Ace and Tegan because fan service. It's got the Master in it. It's got the Daleks in it. It's got the Lone Sideman in it somehow.
Yeah. So should we address how he's back? I guess.
Kind of. Yeah.
The question is he like the Lone Cyberman just from like an earlier point in the timeline before he was killed, or did he just live?
I think
did he survive the tissue compression?
I think they all just lived. They're just going to show up again, and there's going to be no explanation.
Are we assuming, by the way, for this, that one promo shot where the Master is holding a little person in a yellow jacket, are we assuming that that's Yaz? And that he's tissue compressing Yaz at some point in the story?
Probably. Hang on a sec. I'm going to Google Power of the Doctor promo images. Just so we get a little bit of inspiration. As I said, we're going into this with no plan, but we need a little bit of inspiration. And however much of this we get right, we get points. Like when you watch, when you watch an episode and you see something that came up in this, we get points.
So my genuine prediction, but we can write this into our version as well if we want, even though it is a genuine prediction, is that Yaz will get tissue shrunk relatively early in the story, and then a shard will come back, demonstrating that it's possible to reverse the tissue compression because he's still alive after it happened to him.
Okay, that works. I'm looking for these promo pics that have apparently come out and finding it hard to find them.
We've got to have a scene where Ace beats up a Dalek with a baseball bat because we know that happens.
Because she's in it. So I remember there was one.
To include Kate Stewart and Unit.
There was one picture of the Master in a church.
Oh yeah, we know that he goes into. We know that he disguises himself as Rasputin at one point in the episode as well.
He looks. Wait, is he Rasputin? Is he
supposed? Is the story?
Is he supposed to actually be Rasputin?
I don't know. I mean, I assume that he's going in disguise as Rasputin. I don't imagine that we're getting the twist that Rasputin was the Master all along.
Yeah, it's this one. If you're looking,
maybe
if you're looking on my screen, it was this one that I'm looking at here of the Master in a church. So there's got to be a bit with the Master in a church.
Right. We can what's he wearing?
A sort of suit thing.
I see. We need Cybermen. We need a bit where the Doctor is wearing an orange spacesuit, and Dan also wears an orange spacesuit. And someone wearing the orange spacesuit needs to get either shot in the face, or just the helmet needs to get shot, because we see Dan holding the helmet with a bullet hole in the visor, or some kind of hole. I assume a bullet hole.
Okay, so someone's got to get
So
shot in the orange spacesuit.
yeah,
Okay, shot.
can that be how we take out Jodie? Because I don't see how else we're getting that into the story.
Okay, so yeah, Jodie's
Did
going
you
to get
get?
shot in the orange spacesuit.
Do we really think that Chris is going to take out Jodie by having her be shot in the face? Because honestly, that's a ballsy move.
Well, she did throw the master to the Nazis. Chris has some teeth when he wants to. That's the thing.
I mean, I didn't. The thing is, I don't think that was supposed to be teeth. I don't think that bit was intentionally edgy.
No, I don't. It's always an accident with Chris. Okay, let's get started on this. So the opening scene is going to be a complete.
I do think that because we've got so much to include, we do need to get our head around it first, so that we don't forget anything. So
it's Chris. We're meant to be thinking like Chris, Jay. No planning.
We need to know everything that needs to be in here. Like we need the Cybermasters in here as well.
Oh, the Cybermasters. They need to be in it. Yes.
Right. Quickly, Stuart, name a random country or location. Somewhere not in England or the UK.
Micronesia.
All right, that's where we open.
Right. Okay. Can you see this on the screen, chat? Yeah, everyone can see it on the screen. Okay, so scene heading, caption, Micronesia. Micronesia. What year is it?
1426.
1426. Right.
And I don't think we're starting on the Doctor. I think we start on the Master escaping.
Are you sure we start on the Master? We've got to start with a completely random character from who's got basically nothing to do with anything.
Okay, well, you have a 2-minute scene of someone called Gerald going to work. Why are they called Gerald in Micronesia in 1426?
Because
you know what? The name isn't spoken in the story, but that's what the actor is credited as.
All right. Okay. So it starts out in a bedroom.
Vinder and Carvanista are in this as well, aren't they?
Wait. Oh, Bell and Vinder. Yeah, Bell and Vinder. Yeah, it's got to turn out that the timeless child is that their child is the timeless child, and the timeless child is the Doctor.
I think that we shouldn't make that explicit, but we should just heavily imply it.
Yes, the Doctor.
I think that they should. I think the story should end with them going through, with them saying we're going through a purple portal to have our baby, in another universe.
Okay.
Hope nothing bad happens there that will force us to abandon them.
We are going through a portal. Hope nothing.
This has to happen at the end.
Bad happens, right? Yeah, that has to happen. That has to happen at the end. Okay, so let's do this scene. It's going to start out with a scene of Gerald going to work.
Yeah. What is Gerald's job? What is the kind of job that someone would do in Micronesia in 1426?
Oh no!
Don't Google it, but just let's have a good guess.
Yeah, read the chat and see if
historicals tend to be relatively. Are they relatively accurate?
No, they're not accurate at all.
Oh, all right then.
According to things that I've read about Demons of the Punjab.
Yeah, because neither of us are particularly deep into history. This is not.
This is why we've set this in Micronesia in 1426.
Yeah. So,
did Micronesia exist in 1426?
I don't know.
It's quite possible that it doesn't.
I'm going to be honest with you, Stuart. I don't actually know where Micronesia is.
I'm going to type in Micronesia right now. Micronesia. Micronesia is a small sub-region of Oceania consisting of about 2,000 small islands. Yes, but when was it founded?
Well, I mean, the islands would always have been there, so even if it wasn't there, and that means that the subtitle is a bit silly, people will know what it means.
It says prehistory here. Okay, fuck it. It's right.
Are there
Okay.
any Micronesians in the chat that can give us a hand?
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. What I'm gonna do is, okay, he's a man who works at an office. He just happens to be in Micronesia, and it just happens to be.
I'm going to be honest.
And the office.
I prefer regular sized Nesia.
I think I've got an idea. It's a really shit one, and that's what it would be. Okay. So my idea is that Earth and Gallifrey are the same place.
Right.
This episode,
Gallifrey is like Earth in like 3,000 years.
Basically, what happened is Gallifrey didn't get destroyed at the end of the. Was Gallifrey supposed to have gotten destroyed at the end of the Timeless Children? I never remember these things.
No, it was sort of. I mean, the Master decimated everything on it, but it itself is still there.
Okay, so millions of years later, life started appearing on Gallifrey again, and the big twist is going to be it turns out that Earth and Gallifrey are the same planet, and that humans are descended from Gallifreyans.
Humans are descended from Gallifreyans. We're
Yes.
not doing it the other way.
No, we're not doing it. No, we're not doing it the other way. It's going to be.
I could see them doing it the other way, but I can't see them doing it that way.
Micronesia was first called Micronesia in 1831. Someone said in the chat.
All right, so we're off to a good start. So
You know what? I'm just going to set it in 2010.
no.
Are you really set on 1492?
I thought it was 1426.
Okay, 1426 it is then. Right, okay, so Gerald wakes up. It is early in the morning.
I think Gerald is a fisherman.
Morning. He looks across at his wife who is still asleep. He sighs lovingly. And that shows that he loves her.
Yes. And then he says, "I love you, my wife."
Gerald. Right, okay. Then he gets out of bed. Gerald gets out of bed.
We see, in montage form, he gets dressed, he gets his fishing equipment, and he goes down to the river to start fishing.
He gets dressed, grabs his...
Someone in chat just said, "I love you, my wife, and my as-yet unborn child."
Oh, right, okay. Then he... Hang on a sec. Right, "I love you, my wife." Looks down to her belly, which is big. He puts a hand to it. Character Gerald,
So,
and you, my unborn child.
I think I know what has to happen next.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Let me just capture out. Grabs his fishing equipment. Right. Transition. Cut to EXT lake. Gerald walks out to the lake.
So he's fishing. He casts his rod into the lake, or like we see him there with his rod cast into the lake, and suddenly he feels a snag, and he goes, "Oh, this is a big fish. You're a big little fishy, aren't you?"
Yes.
And then he pulls on it really hard, tries to reel it in, and then as what he's caught emerges from the water, you realise it's the master.
What the fuck? So the master just comes out of the lake.
I think the master should come out of the lake. I think that I mean if I want to write something that I think they might actually write, I think he might like fish out a cyber head from the lake.
Yeah, let's
and be like, what the hell is this?
Let's take this sort of semi seriously. I think you're right.
Right.
I think he fishes out a cyber head.
Yeah, and then the master emerges from the water because this is where he's landed with his time ring that took him away from Gallifrey.
Yep. Right. Ooh, we've got
And
some...
then obviously he kills Gerald.
Yes. Hang on a minute. He reels in the fish. It starts getting away from him. Oh. He fights against it. Eventually, he reels out a cyber head.
It needs to be one of the Cyber Master heads. Does it start speaking?
Yes, hang on, and it starts trying to attack him. What is this?
No, we need a really good line for this. We need him to say something like, "This isn't like any fish I've ever caught."
It has a
It's
weird
more like a
thing.
head. This reminds me of how much I love my wife.
This isn't like any fish I've ever caught. Hang on. The mouth of the head lights up. Gerald. What?
I think this is where we need to get the exposition in, right? It needs to be like, where are we? Where am I? I was on Gallifrey about to use a time ring.
You speak? Where am I? I was on Gallifrey. Gerald. What's Gallifrey? Cyberhead. I was about to use a time ring. I don't understand what you mean.
Definitely what he needs to say. I don't understand what you mean to the head that he's fished out of the lake. That's actually perfect. That's actually something I could see them writing. Man fishes a head out of a lake. It says something, and he just goes, "I don't know what you mean." That's actually on the money.
Well, we're into it now. We're thinking like Chibnall. Right, so he's fished the cyberhead out that he says, "I don't understand what you mean."
Why the Cyberman then needs to say something to segue into there being like more of them for the reveal that then goes into like the title sequence, right? So
Yes.
it needs to say, like, where are the others? Where is the master? And like Gerald says, like, there are others, and then like Cybermasters start marching out of the lake, and the master comes out with them and kills Gerald.
Yes, right.
Yeah, who dies.
I don't understand what you mean. Where are the others? There are others?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Right, okay, so Gerald looks out to the lake. He sees more floating cyberheads.
I think I was picturing like fully formed, or at least like some damaged Cybermasters coming out of the lake, or
Yeah, that's what I'm leading to. He sees more floating cyberheads, and then he says, "Gasp! There are more of you." Hang on, gasp. The heads rise and reveal the heads rise and reveal they are fully bodied cybermasters.
we're already paying homage to a classic Doctor Who scene where the Dalek rises out of the Thames because it was doing something in there.
At the back of the fleet of cyber masters, the master rises out of the water with long drippy hair
His hair can't be long yet because he's just got out off of Gallifrey.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. The Master rises out of the water. He smiles evilly, and then
He has to do the laugh as well.
And laughs. He's got to say something that really, really stupid that he would not say to a random person that he's just met.
I think we need to do. What should we do it along the same lines as the one in The Timeless Child, where, or sorry, the end of Ascension of the Cybermen, where he basically just delivers the cliffhanger stinger dialogue, where he's like, he goes, "Wow, well, Doctor, everything is about to change." Should we do something like that?
Yeah, sort of. Guess what, Earth? I'm back.
Yes, that's perfect.
Guess what, Earth? I'm back. The Cybermasters surround Gerald and electrocute him.
Could he say, "I'm back and I'm here to party"?
Yes, yeah. And I'm here to party. Okay, the Cybermasters surround Gerald and electrocute him. He screams. Transition to title sequence.
Yeah. Should we use the wrong title sequence or the right title sequence?
Well, it's going to be a special cinematic thing because this is going to be in the cinemas apparently. So it's got to be like a big cinematic thing.
Or maybe there won't be a normal title sequence then.
Yeah, normal.
Maybe it'll be like in Day of the Doctor where it has some soundtrack and just like the credits appear on screen.
Yeah, probably. I've just put in Tardis there because I assume that the next scene that we cut to will be in the Tardis.
I think you're right. And should we have them doing like something sort of fun and quirky just to establish who they are as and remind us of all the classic japes they get up to?
No, that's too charactered.
like Dan walking in, eating like a marshmallow and going, "I can't believe there's a planet full of marshmallows."
Because what I was going to suggest is it opens on just after the Doctor and Yaz have made love.
I don't think that they're going to let that happen. I genuinely picture this. I genuinely think there is a possibility that Yaz and the Doctor are going to be about to kiss, and then Yaz is killed.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right. I'm just checking back with the chat. Someone has just put the dialogue. "I love you, my Yaz."
Like that could be in there. I don't know that. I think this is the kind of thing, like I'm thinking like Orphan 55. Is it Orphan 55? I think it is Orphan 55, where we open on the TARDIS crew just doing something wacky and unrelated, where they're like cleaning up a tentacle from the floor of the TARDIS, and the Doctor says, "Sorry, gang, I didn't know it was the species mating season." That's actually the dialogue, I think. Hang on, let me look it up. Like, I do feel that like something wacky is how they're most likely to introduce us back to the TARDIS crew.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
What can they do that's wacky? What's the right tone for wackiness? It needs to be something that like shows they're going on adventures to alien planets.
Surfing.
Or to history, I guess.
Surfing.
But I thought it was gonna be. Are they surfing in the TARDIS? I thought it was gonna be in the TARDIS.
All right, just like one scene outside of them surfing.
We have the budget for that.
They could do it on a soundstage.
What if they run back? What if we see them running into the TARDIS with their surfboards? Like, that was great.
How? Oh yeah. Actually, hang on, the TARDIS, and then suddenly the tone shifts. Okay, Dan, Yaz, and the Doctor run back into the TARDIS, holding surfboards. Yaz and Dan are laughing.
Yeah, and Dan
because
is sharing
the-
like some anecdote. Like Dan is sharing some anecdote with Yaz about like, wow, I can't believe you surfed so hard.
Lost away from those talking manta rays.
Oh yeah, like I can't believe you beat that alien in the surfing tournament or something along those lines. Not actually, I do think that's actually too clunky in its phrasing. I don't think it would be that clunky.
What? Wow, I can't believe you surfed so fast away from those talking manta rays. I think that's exactly clunky enough.
Actually, no, I think that he might say that.
Something like that. I know, I thought I was going to... lose the race.
I think she'd say something more sort of confident than that. I think she'd say...
Oh yeah, true.
Like... Gotta see it to believe it, Billy boy. That's not what she's gonna say.
I just this is the problem with Yaz. I wrote her name there and I just realised I don't know what this character would say.
I think it would be something confident. Like confidence has become particularly within just like Flux and the end of series 12. She's suddenly just been like quite confident and like cocky. Not cocky. That's the wrong. But like.
Yeah,
very sure of herself.
Okay, gotta see it to believe it.
I think she might say "got to see it to believe it."
Okay, the doctor walks back over to the console, not looking at them. Both avoiding Yaz's eye. Yeah, because this is when the tone shifts. Hang on, the doctor.
I'm not sure. Are we going to put in some Phasmin stuff first? Are we going to like have Dan mention, yeah, and it was a good date for you two or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Not sure why I came along.
It was good to see you two. Does he call women birds?
It was good to see you two bonding.
Bonding, yeah.
I think he might say like gals.
Yeah, gals. That's what he'd say. You two gal. It was good to see you two gals bonding.
Yeah, that's on the money.
Yeah.
Someone in chat suggested he should say that he felt a bit of a third wheel, and I think that's also definitely on the money.
Yeah. I felt like a bit of a third wheel. Hang on, the doctor goes and puts her surfboard away. Yaz looks confused. Is something wrong?
Oh, look, I'm thinking like, how do we just like now suddenly thrust them into the current story? Because that's what we need to do, right? We need to. Should she get like a call from Kate Stewart or something, or like a message from the Master materializes in the TARDIS, like
we've
the hologram.
We've also got to get the pocket watch in there.
Do we? Is that pictured in the promotional material? Because I kind of think they might just not do anything else with the pocket watch.
Really? Okay.
It's possible.
Okay, that's true. I mean, I think
maybe
they're going to open the pocket watch, and that's going to transition us into some whole sequence where they go into some Matrix projections, and there's going to be old companions there.
Yeah, but then then that sort of negates the purpose of there being old companions just like in the present day, sort of, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true. But just Fraser Hines is almost certainly going to be in the Power of the Doctor, and Jamie doesn't remember the Doctor.
Right.
Well,
I mean, he could if we accept season 6B.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm imagining that conversation word for word in the episode. Jamie, but you don't remember me? Yes, I do, Doctor. Don't you remember season 6B?
Yep, fuck it, why not? Okay, so what do we do? What do we do here? Yaz, is something wrong? And then the doctor's got to say something like, "Hang on, the doctor.
Feel a great foreboding.
I feel a great foreboding."
I don't think that's what she would say.
No, that's
I
true.
feel she would say it more sort of.
No, she's got to be, because she's socially awkward, so she'll like smile and say, "No, nothing."
Yeah,
The
that is
doctor
what she'll do. Yes.
does a fake smile. The doctor, "No, nothing. No. I think everything's great."
And then Yaz will be like, "Doctor, I know when you're lying to me."
So, "I know when you're lying."
I could actually see this interaction happening word for word as it is. Like,
Does the doctor break here, or does she snap and say,
yeah,
and
I think this is the point where we demonstrate the trust that she now has in Yaz, where she goes, "You're right, Yaz. Sorry, I shouldn't lie to you. We are close." I don't know, something along along those lines. Or Yaz should say it. Yaz should be saying, you know, I thought we were done with all these secrets.
hang on, yeah, I'm going to make the doctor defensive. Hang on. Well, sometimes there's a reason.
That's good.
Yes, I thought we were done with all these secrets. Hang on. Yaz attempts to approach the doctor.
I'm thinking about just what if the potential of creating this in the style of the parody that I made.
Hang on, Yaz. I thought we were getting better. Is that what you?
I don't think I thought we were getting better.
Closer.
I thought you
trusted me.
I thought you'd agreed to trust me.
Yeah.
And then we need to have the recency in there. It's like I thought you were getting to trust me now, or something. You know, not that, because that implies that there was no trust there before, but something along those lines.
I thought you were getting to trust me.
How about the TARDIS explodes and everyone dies?
No, because I mean, there's got to be some drama.
Yaz is gonna hold a gun at someone in the TARDIS. I remember that. What if we do that? That's just a bait. I don't want to do that now because we've already written our shenanigans in the TARDIS. But what if that was just a bait and switch? That she's like, that we see her doing that, and then she's like playing an arcade game at the other side, and it's the controller for the arcade game, and she's like shooting Terminators in the TARDIS for the cold open. Right. So what have we got? What have we got right now?
Well, right now, we've tonal shifted to Yaz confronting the Doctor because the Doctor's got a secret.
Yeah.
I think the Doctor should bring out the pocket watch and start saying, "It's this. I don't know who I am."
Is that why she's upset? Is that something we can? I mean, I'm happy for that to be it, actually. Oh no, I'm not sure they'll revisit it. Will they do that again?
No, I think they will because it's the only idea they've got. Unless, why else is the Doctor upset? What's happened recently?
At the end of I think that she like already knows about the Master being back, and we're opening on her. Like, she's heard the news like recently. She's somehow found it out, or like she's seen something where they were to persuade her to believe that the Master is back.
Because if this was classic Who, she would just get a signal on the TARDIS.
Oh, I mean, they're not above doing signals on it. Well, I mean, I say above like it's a bad thing to do. They've done signals in the TARDIS in the Jodie era.
Should we do that? Should we just do? I got a signal. Fine, I got a signal yesterday.
I don't think she'd say fine. I think she'd say it broodingly. I think she'd do a pause and then look up.
Okay.
I got a signal yesterday.
Hang on. The Doctor pauses broodingly. She then looks up at Yaz. Okay, the Doctor. I got a signal yesterday.
Well, I'm not sure. I think she'd open with like. Should we introduce her to like I don't know.
It's hard, this, isn't it? You see why Chris doesn't spend too much time on his scripts. Allegedly.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how we.
In my own mind.
I'm wondering what piece of the story we bring in first. It has to be something that she's unhappy about because we're now committed to that because we've written it.
We are committed to that.
What if it's? So what if? I don't think. I feel like it's almost sort of. I don't know. Maybe this episode does have to move at a mile a minute, though. That's the thing. It feels like
it does have to because there's thousands of things in it.
Coming back.
This is why
I'm just showing the Master coming back. But I feel like we're first going to be introduced to something that's not that, because that will be they're putting a pin in the Master being back for later, and first we deal with something else that is the immediate thing.
Maybe it's a signal from Gallifrey.
Everyone on Gallifrey is dead.
Maybe that's the point. There's a signal from Gallifrey, but I thought they all died. No, she doesn't know that any of the Time Lords survived, but she got a Time Lord signal from Earth.
Right.
And she thinks that it's the Master.
We could do that.
Fuck it, I'm
trying to think, because we know the Daleks are in this. That's the thing.
They just show up for no reason.
I actually kind of think that they might be, and this is probably the easiest way to do it as well. I think it might be just like Ace telling the Doctor what she's been up to, and then there's a flashback that shows her fighting a Dalek, and then she's like, "Yeah, I've been doing that."
That's it. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The Doctor opens up the console and shows a scan of Earth. There is one blinking dot.
What if she's just like thinking about the Master being back? What if she's just like, you know?
I think this is something that she's been hiding because you know what this Doctor's like. She's all like broody.
Right, yeah, let's commit to it. Yeah, let's commit to. I'm happy. I'm fine with it now. I've decided.
Okay, good. There is one blinking dot on
that. She's learning the Master, or she's known for a while that the Master is actually hunky dory.
That's a Time Lord signature on Earth. Yaz, but I thought the Time Lords all died.
What if Yaz is like, that's good, isn't it? One of your people is alive.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? One of your people survived. Dan, what's a Time Lord?
Are we gonna do that now?
No, the Doctor and Yaz start. No, the Doctor and Yaz start explaining things at really like super speed, but Dan keeps on asking questions in the background.
Right.
It depends which one survived.
Which is verbatim exactly what happens in Utopia. That's the dialogue. That's
that is
that's
that
the Chinese
is so.
Whispers version of the Utopia dialogue.
And that's what we've been that's what we've been establishing has been happening. That's what Spyfall was. It was a combination of different things. So it depends which one survived. The Rani. Who are other bad Time Lords?
The monk.
The monk. Barusa. She's got to name all the.
We're getting Barusa references. Are we doing?
They reference the Eternals. Come on.
That's true. They did.
The Rani is also got
one in
to
there because like they call the Silurians aliens. So should we throw one in who's like sort of not meant to be a Time Lord, but some people think might be?
Okay, which one of the name one?
I can't. The Dream Lord.
Oh yeah, the Dream Lord. Glibby Globby.
The Corsair. I feel like we can get a Corsair reference.
Oh, okay. The Corsair.
There were a lot of bad Time Lords, yes. And on Earth, and if they're on Earth, that's bad news. Or I guess it would be if any one of them is on Earth.
Oh yeah, if any one of them is on Earth, that's bad news. Should we stop them then?
I don't think she'd say that.
She's just a blank cipher, isn't she?
Yeah, but that I don't think that's. I don't think that we're to the point of. I think that we're to the point of like let's go and find out who it is, rather than let's give them a good spanking.
Right. Okay. What should Yaz say now then?
Well, I'm not like something like. I think this is Dan's line. I think Dan is there going. Doctor, if you want to go and find out if whatever, then I'm with you all the way. Alright, guys. I guess if you guys both want to go and investigate this time, I think he'd say the wrong name of Time Lords for a joke, like Time Baron or something.
It's this
and then the Doctor and Yaz both say Time Lord in unison. Oh, we've got Morbius!
Oh yeah, that's a point.
Which will be funny because of the Morbius film with Morb.
It's Morbin time. Morbius. Omega.
Yes.
Time Lord.
We can really fill out the runtime by just listing Time Lords.
If it's a Time Lord, I'm with you all the way.
We have the Doctor and Yaz both in because we need a scene of like multiple characters speaking in unison.
Fine.
Oh, the Ballard should be on the list.
Oh, yep, definitely. Because it's just references all the way. Right. Hang on a sec. They all look at each other, and the Doctor smiles. And then she's got to say, "Come on then, fam, one more time." And then she flicks a switch and the TARDIS.
I think we cut to like.
Cut to the TARDIS flying towards Earth.
Yeah,
because that is how the TARDIS travels for some fucking reason.
Then I think we cut to
EXT
Ace
space.
calling Tegan.
Yep. The TARDIS flies towards Earth. Jay, can you do your TARDIS noise?
Stronger references in the chat. Or I'll do my TARDIS noise. Anyone who wasn't expecting that received a good treat.
Yes, and then
do it on the in breath, not the out breath. That's how it's.
Then it cuts.
That's how it's.
And then it cuts to Ace's office. She's at that computer setup that we've seen pictures of.
Doesn't Ace call Tegan while she's outside?
Well, I think she's got to see some sort of signature show up, and she's got to say something like, "I haven't seen that in decades."
Ooh, she detects the Time Lord's signature and thinks it might be the Doctor.
Yes. Okay, she's sitting at her computer.
And we can know that that's what's happened because she sees exactly the same like visual display that the Doctor showed Yaz in the TARDIS.
She'll display. She leans forward.
By the way, I already like that we've written plot holes into this. We've got loads of plot holes now because the Master the Doctor has been on like Earth loads of times and Ace has never detected that, as far as we know. And the Master we've just established has been on Earth since 1426, but they're all just detecting him now, and I don't want that to be explained.
No, it will not be explained. I refuse to explain it. Okay, so Ace is in her office. She sees the signature. The signature.
Oh no, maybe she's having a walk and she's on her phone and she sees she gets like a notification and it's like Time Lord Detector app. She sees like the.
Yeah, that's just.
I think she might have the display on her phone.
That's just stupid enough to work. Okay, so where's she walking?
In the park or something, I guess.
I think she's
walking from the trailer and see where it looks like she is.
Yeah, okay. I think she's walking past the Thames.
All right, let's go with it then.
London. Is it day or sort of evening?
It is. It looks. I mean, it looks sort of overcast.
Okay, overcast. I like that I'm adding that.
Wait. No, she might be indoors, actually.
Oh, so we're going back to...
No, Tegan is outside. Ace is like, unclear where she is. She's just, like, the background is so blurred, but all I can see is, like, the shape of a window, I think. So she might have seen it in her office and then left her house to, like, go and visit the other companions.
Because they all have, like, a group.
Yeah, like, they have the companion WhatsApp group chat, which, to be fair, as something existing, I'm kind of on board with.
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with that as well. Okay, so Ace's office. I think she's got some sort of spacey computer app that she's looking at. Application showing... Because she's part of this A Charitable Earth, isn't she?
It is. I think that's actually probably where her office is that we see.
It's from A Charitable Earth. Her phone buzzes. She picks it. She looks at it. She furrows her brow. Character Ace. It can't be.
And we know the dialogue. Well, we know the dialogue that we need to force into this conversation because we've already seen it in the trailer.
Yeah. She sees a message on the WhatsApp group.
So yeah, we knew. So okay. So
which one?
Ace, I think Ace calls Tegan right away. I think that's the first person she reaches out to, and she says she needs to tell Tegan that she thinks that she's got like a signal, and maybe this is like the third or fourth like false alarm, because Tegan says, Ace, I've not heard from the Doctor from nearly 4 decades, right? So Tegan is trying to convince Ace that it's probably not the Doctor.
Yep. Okay, so she sees a notification on her app. It shows a scan of Earth and a blinking signature from a Time Lord.
It's the same display as we saw in the TARDIS.
Hang on,
so the audience knows
I'm changing that to... It's got to be you this time. Right.
What it was?
The Time Lord signature. It's got to be you this time. She believes it's the Doctor this time.
Oh right, so that's something she's saying to herself under her breath.
Yes. Hang on a minute.
So then she steps outside, like gets her coat, calls Tegan
under her breath. Yes. Yeah, she gets her bomber jacket with Ace on the back.
Are we cracking that out already?
Yeah.
Because she's not been shown to wear it in any of the promo pictures.
I don't care.
And I think if they had her in it, they would show... I think if they had her in it for, like, right from the start, that's what she would be wearing in the promo pictures.
I don't give a shit. It's like a montage thing of her putting on the old costume again.
What if we see her grab it and then, like, ponder it and put it in the bag instead of putting it on? Like, she just brings it with her in case she needs it.
I
think that's something we could see.
She decides not to wear it and puts it in her bag. Puts it in her bag. Right, cut to...
Someone said in chat, I think Sophie said that the book she wrote last year with 13 and Ace is going to be canon in this episode. It can't be.
No,
There's no way it can, because Ace overtly says she hasn't heard from the Doctor in nearly 4 decades, in 3 decades, sorry, which means that not only is that not canon, that also means that Dark Universe isn't canon, and the new one, 10th Doctor's Classic Companions one, isn't canon. None of those can be canon now.
On her phone. Okay, so Ace I think she's walking up some stairs. Tegan.
So we got to the what's the last line we've got? Where are we at the in the script? I've just realised we could have done this on Google Docs and then we could have shared the document with each other, but it's okay.
But then the formatting would be off.
I see.
Celtex makes it. This is basically one big advert for Celtex. It makes formatting really, really easy.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Tegan on phone says, "You said it was the Doctor last time."
Yeah,
and it wasn't. This is the.
I think it can just be. I think it can just be like, not again, Ace. I've not heard from the Doctor in nearly 4 decades. I think we lead with that.
Yeah, Ace, not again. It's the. Signature in a long time, and then it cuts to wherever Tegan is. And you said Tegan's outside, right?
Yeah, Tegan looks like... I mean, she's definitely outside, but again, the background is really blurry, so it's unclear where.
Okay, I think she's by the Thames.
It looks like she's on just like a public street or something.
Okay, she's by the Thames, and she is by Battersea Power Station, because that's a reference.
And she is by...
by Battersea Power Station. Are we going to make her wear the flight attendant uniform?
Oh my god, we couldn't. We've not seen her in any pictures in it. I think that Chris is going to give her like a new job, like to show she's moved up in the world. Like she's going to be like, I don't know, head of the sky. He's in charge of the sky.
No, she works for Sky.
Oh, that's... I mean, that is a brand and therefore not allowed on the BBC, but it is funny.
Yes.
It's also a competing brand with the BBC.
Just because it's been only been 3 decades for me. What does that even mean? I don't know.
I actually don't know what that means. Do we need to contextualize that as something that makes sense? Because I'm not sure I can.
No, this is Chris Chibnall. It doesn't need to.
But there's gonna be like a through line in the episode where you can see how he thought it might be a thing that she would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of random non sequiturs, advertising time. Hello everybody. Have you given money to my crowdfunder for my short film yet? No? Why don't you do that? This is the crowdfunder for my short film. The link is in the description. Thank you for listening to this advert.
I will put the link in the Twitch chat, and if you're watching this on my YouTube archive, I just went to the description of the Centenary trailer looking for it there, and I was like, why isn't it here?
I like how we suddenly dropped the second that I did an advert.
I'll put it in Twitch chat.
Give Stu money. RTD once put a joke in a script about the planets of Irax. You can mention brands as long as it's funny. Okay, just because it's only been 3 decades for me, and then Ace she gets upstairs and enters her flat, and someone surprising is there.
Maybe, okay, I think I can contextualize it.
Okay, go on.
I've forgotten. That's something I've just lost it immediately. Okay, no. What if it's like Tegan is sort of trying to like, you know, like problem bragging, like, oh, look at how hard my problems are. If she's doing that,
I just sold Battersea Power Station.
Okay. Oh.
No, she's got divorced.
Okay, so Ace is like Ace is talking about, you know, it's probably the doctor. Tegan is like, oh no, it's probably not the doctor or whatever, right? She says that in some other way, and Ace is sort of like going, oh well, you know, well,
fuck you.
It's just been. Ace says, fuck you. Ace gives a sort of, you know.
Ace, we've got lives now. You can't keep doing this.
I think that is actually dialogue that might be in there.
And I have a life. I run a charity.
I have a life. Yeah, that's what she would say. Oh! That's how we get it in there, right? We've got lives now. I've not heard from the Doctor in nearly 4 decades. Like to show how she's moved on into her like real life, and that it's been so long since she's had wacky adventures. That fits. That definitely fits. Can we put that in now?
Dance, monkey, dance.
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting it there. Right. Ace. Right, we've all got lives now. I need to fill back in that I need to fill back in. This is the first time not signature in a long time.
How many words are we up to, by the way? Because I think we should be trying to keep this within the 90-minute
819
time frame. Right, so I'm gonna do a word count for like the Orphan 55 transcript to see how many, because that's 45 minutes. So if I open Google Drive and just use it to or Google Docs and use it to do a word count. How long is Orphan 50? How many words in the Orphan 55 script? Oh, we need to put a really weird, just like off-kilter thing in the script, like how Chris Chibnall described the Sontaran as a mofo in the actual script that he wrote for.
What the fuck? Really? Are you kidding?
Halloween. Did you know? Yeah,
I did
they
not
published
know that.
the script for Halloween Apocalypse, and Chris Chibnall describes the Sontaran as, I think, a scary-looking mofo. We need to just put something, and it can't be in the dialogue. It just needs to be in the script. But it needs to be in there at some point. Right? Hang on. Tools, word count.
While you do that, I'm just going to write a shit back and forth.
I don't think we're going to finish this today, Stuart.
No, I don't think we are either.
Because we need to write 14,000 words to get to the length of the special.
It doesn't need to be that long, honestly. That I think lots of it's just ad-libbed. Yes, and you spend the rest of your time and who... Okay, I've put yes, and you spend the rest of your time looking for a man who couldn't care less what we're doing anymore. To emphasise the point that the Doctor stops caring about people, and that is going to be a demonstration to Yaz that her wanting a relationship with the Doctor is stupid.
I fully agree, but then we need to, but we then also need to establish, right, that this Time Lord signature is still worth checking out because it's a Time Lord on Earth, and we then need to involve Unit. I don't know. Maybe Unit is also separately investigating the same thing. But Ace and Tegan meet Unit on the scene of this like Time Lord that they all like meet together.
Okay. I'm getting an idea. Right. So Ace then hangs up on Tegan.
Oh yeah, Ace hangs up. So are you going to say Ace hangs up on Tegan and goes to investigate anyway, and then Tegan knows she's going to do it, so follows her?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, so do we cut here and go somewhere else then?
I think that we now cut to Unit, where Kate Stewart. Are we having Osgood? Are we including Osgood as well?
Yes.
She all right.
Kate Stewart is on a computer with Osgood is on a computer.
I think Osgood is like in a science lab looking at a test tube, and then like a bleep goes off, like a goes off in the background, and it shows the same display that everyone else is seeing, with like the Time Lord detected.
Lab. She is wearing a lab coat. She is looking at an anonymous test tube.
Oh, what Doctor is she cosplaying?
Fifth. And a leak in her lapel. Right. The computer.
Celery. Fake fan.
Celery. Stick of celery. Oh, that's good. We get more lines that way. Starts bleeping. She looks around. She goes over to the computer and she opens it up and sees the same display that everyone else.
And then I think we cut to her like walking into Kate's office.
Yeah.
Where Kate is already like on top of things and like preparing and like ready to go and check out the Time Lord.
Cut to int Unit HQ. Osgood.
I actually think that the Master, having been on Earth for like hundreds of years at this point, is enough of a glaring plot hole that they might try to address it.
This is why you shouldn't have disagreed with me when I suggested setting it in the present day.
We could always just change it.
That's an idea. I need to go and get my laptop charger from upstairs. Can you entertain the chat?
All right.
The tables have turned. You've got to start reading the highway code now.
I can't read the highway code. That's your thing. I'll do something different.
Okay, tell me what.
Hopefully, just as good. All right. I have to think of something now. Right. Well, you know what? I've got I've got it here already. I've got perfectly good Orphan 55 transcript to read. Right, let's just go from the top. Tardis. Ryan, Yasmin, and the Doctor are mopping up in the console room around a long, scaly neck. It's a neck lying across the floor. Doctor. Great work, guys, and sorry again, I did not know it was their mating season. Graham. Yes, Graham, my son, I've got it. Doctor. Got what? The sixth coupon from... Sorry, I forgot to... Graham. The sixth coupon from the Bandazori Herald keeps getting delivered by the coffee machine upstairs. Or is it downstairs? Anyway, don't matter. I've noticed they had an offer on. Collect 6 coupons, get a free holiday. Ryan. I'm up for a free holiday. Where is it? Graham. A place called Tranquility. Yasmin. Me too, so long as there's plenty of sun and absolutely no deep space squid. Might get you out of your Marty mood. Doctor, my mood's fine. Ryan, that's you told. Graham, putting the 6 coupons together to form a cube. Oh, sorry, Graham is putting the 6 coupons together to form a cube. Doctor, hang on, Graham. They're not 6 perfect squares, are they? No, don't put them together yet. Ryan, bit late for that. The Doctor rushes over. The box starts to whine and glow. Not my Doctor, says the box. That was a bit. I added that bit. Because of the whine. Yeah, that was it. Graham, why? What's happening? Doctor, I hope you've packed. They're not just coupons. That's the teleport cube. Just activated. We've got about 4 seconds. Graham, no. I've got to go and fetch my Speedos. Horrified stares. Graham, only joking. Already got them on. Ho-ho! What a lad Graham is.
Okay, what were you doing?
I was reading the Orphan 55 transcripts.
Oh, fun. I'm definitely going to have to watch.
I got to the bit where Graham was talking about his Speedos.
Is Benny going to make a comeback in this?
I don't think that Chris Chibnall is down with the kids enough to bring back Benny, fan favourite character.
Fan favourite character. Scripture of the Benny. Right, so where were we? So Osgood marches towards Kate Stewart's office, opens the door.
And where Kate Stewart is already like running around. There's like people. There's like soldiers running around everywhere, and Kate Stewart has got like a, or maybe it cuts to outside where like they're ready to like get in a jeep and go to like the location.
Okay, hang on.
Oh no, maybe they're trying to get like an exact fix. Because we need to decide who finds the Master first. And I think, actually, my vote is on Tegan and Ace finding the Master first, because they both have a history with him.
Yeah, okay, I think that's who. Okay, so hang on, Osgood marches in. There are... hang on, she's about to say, Kate, have you seen... Oh, and then she realises loads of people have already found it.
Yeah.
The office is filled with...
And then Kate is saying, can you get a lock on it? We need an exact location.
People...
What if the explanation for why the Master hasn't been detected until now is he just says, oh, my perception filter ran out.
Yeah. Yes. Kate Stewart. Can we get a lock on it? So you've seen Stewart. He's in. Oh, what does she say? What happens then? What does Osgood say? Something wacky.
Something wacky. Or maybe she just uses her inhaler.
And it's serious.
Or what if she says, could it be the Doctor? And I think maybe Unit are figuring out No. Oh, no, there's no Artron energy signature. The TARDIS hasn't. We're not detecting a TARDIS.
Artron energy signature.
Which Osgood suggests somewhere it could be the Doctor, but they've simply. Oh my God! When Osgood sees the Master, she has to say, "I still haven't forgiven you for when you killed me."
Oh no! But if it's not the Doctor, it must be.
And then she trails off, and Kate says that's what we're worried about.
Yes. And then she takes a puff on her inhaler.
Yeah. That's perfect.
And then we cut.
Maybe we have like the unit theme play, and we see loads of troops mobilize or something. But I do think that's the end of what we get here.
Okay, transition to. Okay.
I think we now see. I think we now see Master waiting for people to arrive, and he's doing something quirky. He's got a glass of wine, and he's sitting in a lawn chair in. It needs to be somewhere abroad so that we know that there's a budget.
Hang on, I'm still dealing with. Okay, so unit soldiers mobilize. Do they have a plane?
I'm sure they do.
Get guns and get inside a plane. EXT plane takes off.
Should we have Kate Stewart say that they're trying to get a lock on the location? We'll try to get more precise readings on the way, or something like that.
Yes.
And we can also have. Yeah, I think. What is the Master doing when we cut to him? Because obviously he wants all this. Because I think that his plan involves deliberately getting captured by unit so that he can do something there, and then the Cybermen break him out, and that's his plan.
Yes, and they do. The villain gets captured, but they wanted to get captured. Thing from the Dark Knight that everyone does now.
Yeah.
We'll get a more accurate reading on the way.
Cut to the Master, who is. Should we see what he's like doing in all of his?
Okay, good idea. Right, unit soldiers
all of his trailer
plane
footage. There's a beardless Master. I think we get long hair Master contextually first from the fact that we've now seen him.
Because he's been on Earth for years.
Yeah.
EXT.
And that's how you show that time has passed, is someone has longer hair.
Hang on a minute. EXT.
And I don't think we get completely fully shaved Master until
okay. Ooh, I've got
until the end.
Ooh, I'm getting
until a lot later.
I'm getting something. Okay, the Master is sitting in a deck chair. Sipping.
Yes, perfect.
Sipping on wine.
On a cocktail with a little umbrella in it.
On a cocktail with a little umbrella in it.
And
he stands up.
What else? We do need some kind of reason for him to have been here for hundreds of years. Maybe he was setting up his elaborate plan, whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever his elaborate plan is. How about him and the How about on this beach, him and the Cybermen are converting people?
I think we introduce the Cybermen when they assault unit, and that he's like on his own right now. Maybe he's just.
I think he's got to kill someone in this scene.
Maybe he's just killing people. Yeah, he's just killing people to get attention.
Yeah, okay. He walks forward towards the sea, and then he starts saying,
What if? What? Okay, so he's on the beach.
and then
What if someone just walks past and he just goes, "Excuse me," and they go, "Yeah," and he goes and shoots them with his tissue compressor. And then some more people like run towards him and all that, to be like, what the hell? And then he kills them as well, and then takes a sip of his drink. This is actually, I actually kind of feel like this scene is too good for this episode. Like, I don't think I would actually redraft any of that dialogue. I think it actually just kind of works as it is. Excuse me, dead.
the man's...
He's not doing. The thing is, right in that he's not doing anything like elaborately. He needs to do something elaborately quirky and maniacal, so that we know
I've got it.
Nutcase. What we've written is him just doing what he functionally needs to do for the scene. What do you want him to do?
What I want him to do is I want him to stop that man and tell him, could you just move a little bit to the left?
Yes. Yeah, and the man like, what? Why? And then he just goes, "Could you just bear with me for a moment, please?" And or some, just I'll explain in just a second, but I really just need you for now to just move to the left. And then he shoots him. We've improved it. We've improved it to be more Chibnall-y. There was that moment where I was like, I like this scene too much. We need to make it a bit worse. We need to add some unnecessary quirk in here.
No, the master gets the umbrella out of the cocktail.
His drink.
And
he gives it to the tiny compressed man.
It has... He takes the umbrella.
He puts it in the hand of the tiny compressed man.
Hang on. Okay.
Sorry, finish your suggestion.
My suggestion was going to be that the tiny umbrella has the tissue compressor in it.
Oh yeah, good as well.
Hang on. Umbrella out of the cocktail glass, and reveals it has a tiny gun on the end.
And he presses the umbrella and it kills the guy.
He presses the umbrella and it fires a laser at the guy.
And he shrinks.
The man.
And then does he say something evil once he's done that? It's people scream and people run over to see what's going. Someone runs up. Someone was what, and runs over to see what's going on. And then he says, "Everyone, calm down. There's enough of me to go around for all of you." I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
You'll all get your turn.
The master calmly walks over to the tiny man on the floor and picks it up. The master. The perfect souvenir. He puts the tiny man in his pocket. Everyone is still screaming. No need to panic. There's plenty.
Yeah, and he says, yeah. No need to panic. You'll all get a turn, and then he shoots some people as they're running away.
He shoots a few more people as they're running away. Hang on, I like your idea of putting the little umbrella in its hand. Hang on a minute. He looks down at his little man.
Yeah, he walks over to where he is and stands him up and puts the little umbrella in his hand.
He walks back over to the deck chair. Puts the little man... He puts the little umbrella in his hand.
And we see. I think we cut to like a policeman nearby who hears all the screaming, and then who runs over. Is just to be clear, is this needs to be like abroad somewhere? This needs to be in like Italy.
Oh, we've forgotten the hang on, we've forgotten the caption.
Yeah, Italy. Or Sicily. That's
Caption.
nice. It's a nice place.
Sicily, present day.
And I think we have an armed policeman run up to the scene and immediately like just know what's going on and like point a weapon at the master and say, "Drop the umbrella." Hands up. And we see the master getting arrested.
Yes, cut to.
Or no, but then I guess that then Ace won't be able to meet him first. Then Unit will have to then take him off the hands of the Italian police.
Yeah, I'd prefer.
But I'm happy with that.
How about Ace and Tegan find a different Time Lord?
We don't need more Time Lords, Stuart.
Yes, we do. We need thousands of them. Maybe they run into the 10th Doctor. No, the 10th Doctor's not in this. I still think 5, 6, and 7 are going to be in it.
I mean, he is probably in this. He's probably in the last 5 minutes.
I think 5, 6, and 7 are definitely going to be in it. They're going to be some sort of Matrix projection.
I think that 5, 6, and 7 are going to be retro regenerations that we see before 13th Doctor regenerates into the 10th Doctor. That's my best guess.
Nah, it's got to be shitter.
That is a Reddit leak I saw, and I believe it.
Hang on, cut to a policeman who sees loads of people.
What about 8? I don't think 8 is going to be in this, but he might.
Each and screaming. The policeman furrows his brow.
Runs over. We see Sacha Dhawan getting cuffed.
Master who is picking up people, the tiny people.
Oh, someone suggested a good line of dialogue for him. If he says, when people scream and start running away, don't scream. How disappointing! I think he'd say that.
Oh yeah, I agree with that actually. Stop screaming! How disappointing!
Are we going to have the fugitive Doctor in this?
Yes.
All right.
The policeman holds up it and at the master. Character.
In a way, we are sort of writing the simplest possible plot so far. And I think it's going to be anything but simple. I don't think we are going to get the most simple explanation of how these scenes could fit into place that we're currently describing.
Hang on, parenthetical holds up. Tiny people. Hang on, the master shoots the policeman and he is tiny. And then more police arrive.
I think the master accepts getting arrested by the first policeman. Because that's what he wants.
Yeah, true.
He to get arrested.
The master drops the people and holds his hand up. Cut.
And I think he should say, "Ooh, put your hands in the air like you just don't care."
Yes, the master. Ooh, put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Cut to the...
We need to get a really, really boomer joke somewhere in here as well.
That's what we just did with that.
It's not boomery enough. It needs to be like about how phones are bad.
Police car. Could it be said by Tegan? No, that makes sense. It has to be said by a young person. Like Yaz. Okay, so cut to the master being cut.
I think we now cut to the TARDIS materializing on Earth.
Yeah, because we haven't had the Doctor in a couple of scenes. Right, where does the TARDIS materialize? Somewhere stupid.
I think it materializes nearby this scene. I think that's why we show it now, right? Is the Doctor, Dan, and Yaz get out just in time to see the Master being driven. I guess wheeled is accurate.
Yeah.
Obviously, put in the police car and driven away, right?
TARDIS.
And they're looking for like around a street corner, and then they have the conversation about how the Master is back.
Yeah, near the beach where the Master has returned, is being arrested. The Doctor, Yaz, and Dan exit the TARDIS. The Doctor looks up to the sky and around, gets out her sonic screwdriver and starts buzzing it.
But she sees the Master getting arrested, or does she do that first and then look over to see the Master?
Yeah, that's what I think. The Doctor. He's here. I can feel him.
We're not gonna have her confirm that it's the Master by visual contact. She already just like senses his aura.
Yeah, I think she just senses his aura. And then Dan says something stupid. He points at her sonic screwdriver and says, "You're on that all the time. You're like my niece and her phone."
Yeah, I think that kind of works. And can you entertain the chat for a moment? Because I just want to refill my water and
Okay,
stuff.
go for it.
All right.
Time, yeah. My niece and her phone. Because Dan, I've decided that Dan does have a niece. Because even though he's supposed to be like alone, he does have brothers and sisters, allegedly. Oh look, it's got 3 settings. Okay, hello chat. Croydon. The Master has a phone that is a tissue decompressor. Yeah, I think. Okay, so why does the Master want to be fucking captured? Maybe the Master wants to be captured because he wants to get inside UNIT so that he can use their advanced computer systems to infect everyone's mobile phones to make everyone on the planet go tissue decompression to make everyone on the planet go tissue decompression, and so the Cybermen can come and take the people and convert the tiny people into. It's hard, this, isn't it? We shouldn't make fun of Chris Chibnall. It's really hard. To think selfies could kill. Make the Master play with dolls. Yeah, we have to do that. How about in the Master is in his cell and they've given him the dolls and he's making stop motion. The Master is making stop motion videos for YouTube. There is no human race, only the mini race. I'm the Master and this is my ringtone. Oh yeah, we're gonna have this cyber heads. The weird the weird flying cyber heads like out of Ascension of the Cybermen. Maybe we should have those as well. Okay, I'm going to read back one of the scenes that we've done so far, just because it will make me laugh, right? While I'm waiting for Jay. Okay, Micronesia, 1426. Bedroom, early morning. Gerald wakes up. It is early in the morning. He looks across at his wife, who is still asleep. He sighs lovingly. I love you, my wife. He looks down at her belly, which is big. He puts a hand to it. And you, my unborn child. I think that's a bit too silly. We've now started taking it too seriously. Gerald gets out of bed. Montage. He gets dressed. Grabs his fishing equipment. Cut to lake.
Hello.
Hello. I was just reading back our script. The first scene is fucking gibberish.
What? Do you want to change anything about it?
No, it's just making me laugh because now we've got into it. We're actually taking it seriously, kind of. Just like
I think that the first scene is textbook something that Chris would write. You got a character who's introduced and given just enough characterization so that you know to be sad when he dies.
Yeah, but he says, and you, my unborn child.
Only a line of dialogue that Chris wrote.
No, it is not. No, it is not, and you know. Okay, so I've been thinking about the Master when he gets locked up. I think that Unit will give him a phone because he asks for one, and he starts making a stop motion with little miniaturized people.
What?
I want to see him playing with
a
Dolly.
Stop motion?
Yeah, he starts.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. You mean like a... I thought like a phone call. I was picturing him with like a...
He's making a...
on the phone. And then...
He gets a camera and he starts making a stop motion with them. I was basically just spitballing some stuff. Okay, so we're on the beach. The TARDIS materializes near the beach where the Master is being arrested. Dr. Yaz and Dan exit the TARDIS.
I kind of prefer it if instead of sensing his aura, the Doctor says, "Oh, I found, this is the precise coordinates where the signature was," and runs over and finds the tissue compressed people, and by that confirms that it was that it's the Master.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And she should say the words, "It's him."
Yeah,
and Yaz can say, "You don't mean," and then trail off.
Yes. Okay. The Doctor runs over,
and then Dan can at some point say, "Who's this Master fellow?"
Finds a tiny person on the ground. She picks it up and stares at it in disbelief.
Yeah, it's him. You don't mean the Master.
It's him. Yaz.
And then Yaz can say, "But how did he escape? I thought you blew him up on I thought you used the death particle on Gallifrey." No, sorry. I thought Koshamus used the death particle on Gallifrey.
Yeah, yes, explain the entire thing.
I mean, I think that would be... I don't see that not being the dialogue. I wouldn't be shocked if it was in there. Because someone in chat said, "Can Stephen Moffat's brain make an appearance?"
I can do a brain in a jar.
We can have a brain in a jar at some point.
He survived.
We can have the Doctor see it and go, "Hey, how you doing, Morbius?" Sorry, that was just a joke, inside joke for me.
He survived. He always survives.
Yes, and then she can say, "When I lose everything," because that's a line from the Tennant era. No, but it doesn't make sense. We wouldn't. Let's not put it in.
And Dan, who's this Master bloke?
Bloke, yeah, definitely bloke.
Bloke or fella?
I think bloke over fella.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe fella.
I think it's fella. Right. Who's this Master
fella? Alright, yeah,
fella?
let's go with fella then.
What is so the Doctor says now? He's like me, but bad.
He's a Time Lord like me.
He's a Time Lord like me.
But where I'm happy to just see the universe, he needs to control it, or something like that. Hang on, let's just read the Master's TARDIS wiki. The Master TARDIS wiki. The Doctor turns to Dan and says, "The Master, known in one incarnation as Missy, short for mistress, in another the Lumiate, and various times by other aliases, was a renegade Time Lord. Was a renegade Time Lord, a power-hungry lover of chaos, who served as both as a friend and the arch nemesis of me, the Doctor." That's what she should say.
Okay, can you send me that in the chat on Discord right now, and I will copy and paste that into the script?
We can't actually put that in. That's not something that would appear in the script. That he wouldn't actually write that in. I mean, I've sent it to you. We could put it in as like a footnote, a suggestion, possible alternative line.
Okay, Control C. No, you're right. I would say he's a Time Lord like me, where he's happy to just see the universe. I'm happy to just see the universe. He
wants to see the universe burn.
He wants to see the universe burn.
Where I want to see the universe, he wants to see it burn.
Yeah,
he wants to see it too, but on fire.
But what does he want? Me. Then
I think it would be destruction. I think she's like, he wants destruction. What if this episode has some Doctor Master ship bait in it? Should we just not? We won't put like nothing explicit because that would ruin Thasmin. But should we put some? Oh, we haven't had like a proper Thasmin scene yet. Do we do that now?
No, I think because we're in the middle of like plot stuff, I think it needs to then cut to the Master.
We can.
Oh, can we?
Please,
can we cut to the Master doing a mugshot?
Yes, we can. But first, before we cut to the Master doing a mugshot, I think we need to establish that Yaz loves the Doctor again. So we need to have Yaz be like, "Doctor, are you gonna take him on? I mean, I know you will, but I don't want to lose you. He's dangerous. I don't want to lose you." Something along those lines. And then we cut to the Master doing a mugshot.
Yep, okay.
What if on his on a form we see that they've written Master, the.
Yes.
Unironically, if we ever did a scene of the Master getting arrested when we're showrunners, because obviously we will be, I would want to put that in as like just a little stupid background detail that you have to really zoom in to notice.
Sure, he smiles like a maniac. Cut to some forms being filled in. The Master writes his name as Master, the.
That's actually if he's writing it, that's actually a good joke. Like, That's a genuinely good. If he writes his name on a form as Master, the, that's something that I could see him doing in this incarnation. Like, that's honestly what I feel like the kind of thing that Chris is going for with the Dewan Master, not quite managing.
We're improving this, aren't we?
Yeah. Can we? Yeah, well, let's keep that in. Let's keep that in because I think that if Chris thought of that, he would put it in.
Yes, totally. Okay, so then it cuts to like say an interview.
Yes. So we'll have like the Master do a police interview, and then Unit need to show up to
and then they have
take the Master off the Italian police's hands.
And then the Doctor needs to talk to Kate Stewart and say, so why is the Master here? What does he want?
Yeah. She needs to arrive at the same place that they are as well.
Yeah.
She needs to be like following him on a little Master scanner. And go to. She needs to follow to go to the police station where she sees Kate Stewart and Osgood there to pick up the Master. Where we need the confrontation. Where actually, yeah, I think it should be the Master. I think I could actually ironically see this line of dialogue being in there, where the Master looks at Osgood and says, "Oh, hello, I haven't seen you since I killed you."
And then Osgood goes, what? And then he's exactly.
Oh, because Osgood knows what he's talking about. She was there. She was there.
So, are we going to do a scene of him being interrogated by the Italian police?
What does that scene achieve for the story? Because we could
Who
just have him
cares?
show up right away and drag him away.
Okay.
Well, I guess do we get characterization for? Yeah, I guess this is where we like bait what the Master's plan is, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Like
yeah.
a policeman sits down. It's like, first of all, he's got an Italian accent, and he establishes that the Master is only going to speak English to him, right?
Yeah.
I think it would actually be cooler to do the scene in it. Like, I think if they're not going to do this because it would be cooler, but to do the scene in Italian with subtitles and have the Master be fluent in Italian would be kind of fun, and it would be nice to show that the Master is fluent in Italian because I fully believe that he would be.
I'm gonna put down this scene is spoken in Italian with subtitles.
But that's too cool.
Who cares? Right, the scene is spoken. A policeman sits down opposite the Master, who is.
Wait, what if the policeman speaks Italian, but the Master replies in English? Because I think that what I'm picturing in this scene is the Master like baiting what his plan is.
Yeah.
And I think that they would want to have that in English so that like it can be impactful of him like saying death or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what Italian for death is. Hang on, let me use translate.
Right, the policeman sits opposite the Master, who is playing with a doll and making it walk across the desk.
Morte.
And he is making sounds with his mouth.
And we got the policeman says like, so you killed 3 people on the beach. Why? Or something like that. I don't know. And then the Master can say, why does anyone do anything?
Hang on, the policeman then. Master continues playing with his.
Dude, I would like. We're definitely very much still in the like introduction phase of the episode, and we've been going for nearly 2 hours.
Jesus Christ. The policeman waits.
I'm happy to go into the dead of night, but.
At
some point we will have to stop, and it's probably before we'll be done.
Yeah, that's true. Smashes his hand. We can do a part 2. I mean, they're clearly not going to announce any more of this over the next few weeks.
What if they announce? What if they drop a new trailer like tomorrow, and we have to change everything?
Oh,
Because now we know that.
that'd be
Now we know
pisser, wouldn't it?
that Sally Avon is in it, and so is the Candyman. We can just have them in flashbacks.
Let's just have them in flashbacks, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to put all the fan references in a Matrix projection later. So the policeman smashes his hand on the table and goes, "Why?" The master leans in and starts whispering.
I'm seeing him sort of dismissively looking away, going, "Why does anyone do anything?"
That's what I've got. That's what I've got here. Okay, so interview.
Oh right, yeah.
The
Okay.
policeman speaks in Italian. The master deliberately speaks in English. A policeman sits opposite the master, who is playing with a doll and making it walk across the desk, and he is making sounds with his mouth as it walks. Policeman: So you killed 3 people on the beach. Why? Master: Why does anyone do anything? The police waits as the master continues playing with his doll. The policeman smashes his hand on the table. Why? And I was going to have the master leans in and whispers some. Oh. Reference, because it makes me happy.
Is that a Spider-Man 3 reference?
No, that is a reference to the Torchwood episode Countryside.
All right.
Written by Chris Chibnall.
Yeah, we can do that. But I think that the reason for this is that he wants attention. We need to foreshadow his plan. I think what we need is for him to suggest, right? Maybe I want attention, right? And then the policemen say some sort of rebuttal to him, and then he says, maybe I want the attention of someone in particular, and then unit come in and start talking about, we got the prisoner you've got, we need to take him off your hands, and he looks at his watch and says, right on cue, just so that we know it's his plan.
Yep, a unit soldier enters.
I think it's probably. Would it be a soldier or would it be Kate?
I think it'd be a unit.
It would be
soldier.
Particularly in the spirit of not giving Kate any lines.
Well, we've given her 2 so far, I think.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
No, she'll have some, but for the majority of this, she does need to be standing in the background.
The master. Right on cue. And then it cuts to him being taken away past the doctor and Osgood.
Past the doctor?
No, past Osgood.
I think he gets he gets handcuffed and thrown into a plane with Osgood there, and he says, "Oh, I haven't seen you since I killed it." Maybe, I don't know. We can have that later, perhaps. Because we do need before the unit leave, we need the doctor and Yaz and Dan to hook up with them and
that's true. So I think in the police waiting room, the doctor arrives and finds Kate and Osgood there.
Maybe she's on the outside of the police station talking to the unit soldiers or something. Because do we want them to reunite yet?
Yeah, I think they should.
I think they need to reunite. Yeah, they need to reunite when they need to have a long conversation with the master handcuffed, being all that was more Scooby-Doo, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think the main setting of this needs to be in Unit HQ once they've found him. So Kate and Osgood are talking to some unit soldiers. The Doctor, Yaz and Dan show up following the Time Lord's signature on the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Right.
And then we can have Osgood perk up and notice them, I guess.
Osgood notices them. No, wait, but
points them out to Kate.
They haven't met. Osgood hasn't met 13 though.
I think we'll hand wave that. I think that is because Osgood almost certainly knows what 13 looks like, though.
Oh yeah, that's
because
the point, yeah.
Kate has met 13, and there's probably a picture or something.
Oh look. What does the Doctor say when she first sees Kate?
I don't know. What did she say the last time she reunited with Kate? I think she said something like, Kate Stewart, always pleased to see you. Always happy to see your face, but we've got serious business going on. It's the Master. He's back.
Yes, we
Well, I don't
know.
know.
That was a great face to see.
That man in there, I don't know if you know, but he's the Master. And then Kate can say, "Oh, I'm worried we're giving her too many lines." Kate can say something along the lines of,
We're well ahead of you,
"We,
Doctor.
well, yeah, we know based on the description of the kills or it was the Master's tissue compression device or something like that. However, Kate would say it when written by Chris.
Hang on, we suspect a tissue compression device. She holds up one of the tiny people.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. We know she could say like we found his tissue compression device and hold up the umbrella.
Oh, yes, the umbrella. The soldiers lead the Master out of the police station.
And what I think we can have like the Doctor say like, do you know anything else? What's he planning? How did he survive? And like angrily, how did he survive?
Yeah. Hang on a minute. All right. The Doctor.
Why here? Why now? That's the kind of way she would say it. What does he? Why is he here? Why? Yeah. What's he doing? Why here? Why now? What does he want?
You can ask
my chat and noticed the message from a while ago that just says in quotes, "We are the Sicilian Police Department and we are arresting you."
You know what? I'm going to go back through this and add that. Hang on. Where does he get arrested? Where have we put that? Hang on. Policeman in Italian.
We're gonna have Di in this, by the way.
Who? Oh,
she
yeah.
sort of has to be.
I'm
Di.
Di. Yeah.
I didn't ask for racism, but
We are the Sicilian police, and you have the right to remain silent.
that is actually a line I could see. And we are arresting you is a bit too silly, but we are the Sicilian police. You have the right to remain silent. I could actually see that in there.
Yeah, definitely. Same with the Sicilian police. What does he want? Okay, so back to this scene. Do you know anything else? Why is he here? What does he want? I think Kate then says, "You can ask him if you like." And then they...
Yeah.
Then the soul...
And they're packing him like onto the plane, and the Doctor gets on with him.
Yeah. They walk him past Osgood, and he says, "Last time I saw you, I killed you."
Is there just a plane outside this police station?
Yes.
Or maybe they load him onto like a helicopter.
Yeah, they load him
landed
onto
in the street, like a
they
like a big military helicopter that's landed in the street, like a helicarrier or
big
something.
military helicopter.
Helicarrier, is that the right word? I'm just like a troop carrier helicopter, that kind of thing.
landed.
One of them was the Four Blades.
Hang on. Oh, so I need to change it to a helicopter from a plane in that scene earlier.
No, just leave it as a continuity error.
No, because it has to make sense. Sort of. The helicopter takes off. Set to the tune of Budgie the Little Helicopter, which is a show from my childhood. I've just put that there because fuck it. Right. So, right, they lead him away to a big military helicopter that's been landed in the street, and the Doctor follows Kate and Osgood and some sold. And the Doctor, the
Someone
Doctor.
in chat just suggested, and I think it really, really fits, that Di is killed by the Master, and as the Master does it, he makes a pun about how she's called Di.
100%.
She's like, I'm Di, and he says, is it who you are, or is it what you're doing? And he shoots her.
Hang on, right, just fucking...
I'd love it if that was in there.
Die,
I kind of feel like, again, this is the Dewan Master as like Chibnall wants him to be rather than how he is.
Is that what you're doing? I'm just leaving that in my notes because I know we're probably gonna end soon. But is that your name or what you're doing? Just if we do a part 2 for this. Die. Jazz hands. Right, okay, the Doctor, has to follow Osgood to the helicopter. Is there a little scene in the helicopter? Or do they just cut and then they're back in the UK?
I think the last thing we see is... Oh. Sorry, I'm dying. I think the last thing we see is the Doctor and the Master making eye contact in the helicopter, and then we cut to... I think we need to see Tegan and
yeah, we
Ace
haven't seen
again.
them in a while. In helicopter.
I think we need to remember that they exist. I think they need to be like... I think they need to be meeting up, and I think maybe there are other companions there as well that they've roped into this.
The orange... Oh, yes, I think so as well. The orange sun, rays of the sun.
But actually, no,
Light up
can
his
there be?
face.
Because, like, if there is another companion there, it needs to be someone who's not going to go with them to Unit, because we've seen loads of pictures in Unit, and I don't believe that if there's another character in all those scenes from Classic Who that they wouldn't have shown them to us yet. I mean, any other companion who's in it is going to be in it in a different capacity and won't be in the Unit scenes.
Right, okay, so now that we're back in the UK, it will be some sort of community centre for Doctor Who companions.
Well, wouldn't it be great if we posted this script when we were done with it to Reddit and claimed it was a leak?
We're doing that. I insist on us doing that. Right, so at the community
I wonder
centre.
if we could get Faris to cover it as if it were a leak. It's a shame that April Fool's is so far gone.
All right, well, since we're probably not going to finish this tonight, how about we get to a point where we've got like 20 pages of it, say leaked the first 20 pages of the Power of the Doctor.
I don't know. Maybe we can just let's see how far we get tonight, and then make up our minds, I guess, with what we do. Because if you put the file online anywhere, then someone will do that for us. Now that we've said it, like that's just a matter of time.
That is a point.
I don't know if what I'm saying violates like Reddit TOS or anything. So check that first, and if it does, don't do it. But
Or just do it. I don't care.
I guess we're not encouraging you to do it because that might be a violation of some websites' TOS.
No, I am. Do it.
Fair enough.
Whether it violates their terms of service or not.
You're going to get banned from Reddit. What will you do?
I don't have a Reddit account.
Oh. Well, they won't let you make one. You'll type in your details and they'll say, "You Stuart." No, not allowed.
I don't want one.
Right. Okay. Where are we? Where are we in the story? What's the last thing that we've written to the script? I say
The Doctor and
You're doing
Master
most of the typing, aren't you?
look at each other in the helicopter broodingly.
Oh, there are a lot of good suggestions in your chat, actually.
Oh, okay, read them.
Nissa could have a cameo, like showing like
She's on Zoom from Terminus in the future.
Well, Nissa and Tegan are canonically an item since RTD's Farewell Sarah Jane.
Are they? Oh, okay.
That's my understanding. I've not actually watched that. I should. But yeah, so we've got to like. I think we need to shoehorn it in there somewhere that like Tegan is living with Nissa. Although to be fair, this would be the first time that Chibnall was like actually respecting extended media as canon.
Okay, so Ace has gathered all the Doctor Who companions who are still alive.
No, I can't. That can't happen yet because then they would go to unit as well with Ace and Tegan.
Oh yeah, that's a point. Yeah. Okay, so where are we going then? What are Ace and Tegan doing?
I think Ace and Tegan are tracking the Time Lord signature and noticing that it's they've tracked it down to Sicily and they're noticing that it's rapidly moving. So that
okay, Tegan Ace.
It's rapidly moving towards the UK, and Ace then knows. Oh, I know exactly where they'll be going to Unit HQ, and she just figures that out, I guess. And she can just like say something vague, like I read the leaks. I don't know.
Okay, so then Ace and Tegan go to unit, and that's where they meet the Doctor.
Yes. I think. Yeah, but they're not. They need to meet the Doctor. Yeah, they need to meet the Doctor when she's arrived at HQ, right? Where right now we need them to sort of like. I think we need to sort of get them in like a car on their way to London. Which is probably where they were already, actually.
Well, yeah, but London's a big place, and you know they're driving across London.
Yeah, right. They can start driving across London, and we can pretend that drive takes about the same amount of time as a helicopter ride from Sicily.
Maybe do they get stopped somewhere in London? They see something happening in London.
Maybe. The thought I had in my mind is that this would be a great place to put a Chibnall brand emotions scene.
Yeah, that's
like
a point,
a how are you feeling scene. And I think you need to have one of those for like we address how. Oh my god, do you think Chibnall is going to write a canon ending for Ace and Seven?
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't know if that's been covered. I've not heard a big finish that covers their departure from one another. So they can talk about like how when the Doctor left them because we can pretend this is a conversation they've definitely already had.
Yeah,
or we can make it painfully obvious that this is a conversation that they've already had in explicit dialogue. We can make it be like, oh, we've talked about this 100 times, Ace. I think that's more in fitting with the writing style that we've come to expect.
Yeah. What are you going to say if it's him?
Well, that's good though. That's actually pretty good. I think that's actually like that's a good line. That's a good question. So we need a shit answer. And if it's a what did you say if it's him? What will you say if it's him? Obviously, that's going to be something that we need to keep in mind for when they actually meet, right? Maybe because I'm thinking in terms of an actual if I wanted to write this and I wanted to make it interesting, right? I'd have them have the conversation. What will you do? What will you say? What will you do if it's the Doctor, right? And have them say one thing, and then when they actually meet the Doctor, have them say a potentially different thing that shows the difference between what they anticipated feeling and what they're actually feeling upon the reunion.
Yes. Oh, okay. So at this point,
Now,
Ace does some sort of dialogue. Ace does.
I need to finish this thought, Stuart.
Okay, go on.
I need to finish this thought. That would be good, right? Like that would be. What will you say when you meet him versus what they actually do say when they meet her, being different to show a difference in headspace, right? What if the point? What will you say? It's what will you say when if it is him, and then when they meet, she says it the thing that she said she would say word for word, like as a quirky joke.
That's interesting. But what could you say that's? I think that involves too much thought.
We're thinking about how to make it bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Yeah, but we're thinking about how to make it bad in too much detail. We're doing too much detail in how to make it bad.
Right. So I think then that we need to have what will you say if it's him? I'm not sure that can be the line. What do you want to do with this? What do you want to do with this? What were you going to say before I
mean, what I was
instructed you to shut up?
What I was going to say was Ace does some long monologue in which she expresses her emotions and says, "I'll ask, why did you abandon me? Why did you just leave me to continue on Earth and just get on with my life, etc." And then when she meets the Doctor again, finally, all of that just vanishes because it's like, oh my god, it's the Doctor. And it's like, I think you're great.
We could do that.
It's shit, yes, but the point is
how
shit.
do you think they'll depart? How do you think Chris will write it that Ace? What terms do you think he will write it that they departed on previously?
Well, I mean, because what we've got here is that I don't think that's going to be addressed.
It's going to have to be. There's going to have to be some element to it.
Well, I mean, because what we've got here is that Ace is the Doctor obsessive who's been looking for the Doctor for years and years and years, who's like really hung up on the Doctor, and then meets the Doctor again. Is like, oh my god, yeah, you're amazing. It's so good to see you again. And then at the end of the episode, they just depart from each other again, and she finally accepts it and moves on with her life.
All right,
that would make sense.
Try that. We can try that. We can just make it very hollow. Yeah. I think that is something that they might do.
Yes, I mean the point is hollow and emotionally manipulative. Like it's like a Hallmark card. It's like a greetings card. Unless, chat, what do you think? Ace just says you owe me a tenner.
Actually, that kind of does work as like playful banter.
Yeah, that does actually. So she delivers this sort of heartfelt monologue, and then when they meet in the end, she just says, "You still owe me a tenner from that time that we played the arcades in somewhere or other."
What if Chris just like goes completely off the wall with it? What if he's like, what if Ace is just like, "Doctor, I haven't seen you since our wedding."
Yeah, fuck it, that's good.
We know that. You know what I think we're definitely going to get, right? I actually put money on this being in the episode as an interaction. Ace calls the Doctor Professor, and then Yaz goes, "Professor!" And then the Doctor explains to Yaz why Ace calls her Professor.
Oh yeah,
which actually isn't something I know because I have basically no memory of Dragonfire.
For good reason, it's shit. Okay, so given where we are right now, I'm just gonna make up some shit. Okay, I suppose I'll ask why. Why did you?
Well, yeah. Okay. So what can this? So we need to consider what the arcs that he'll want to put these characters on will be, and then write a scene that's supposed to set up where they are at the start of those arcs. So if Ace is this like doctor obsessive now who learns to accept that she's gone, then we can have like Ace. Yeah, so Tegan can say sort of, what will you say if it's him, and Ace can sort of. What if Ace just sort of introduces, like, is just really excited, going on about, oh, when I see the doctor, I'll say this, this, and this, and I don't know.
I don't know, because
what if the doctor? What if Ace says, oh, what do you think? Do you think he will have regenerated again? What do you think he looks like now? I bet he's got I bet he's wearing a new wacky outfit, and he's.
Yeah, true. Actually.
Or,
Yeah, because I've been taking this too seriously, haven't I? Going, what? Because that's quite.
I'm enjoying taking this seriously.
That's quite a poetic line. That is. What are you going to say if it's him?
Yeah. Like, I actually really like that as a line, and I don't want it in this. I can only have it in this if it's going. If it's followed up by something shit, like.
Yeah,
do you think they're going to do like do you think they're going to do the thing with Yaz that they did with Rose, where Yaz is going to get jealous and of all the Doctor's previous companions?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's where I think it's going. That is legitimate.
You mentioned that like several times, and I feel bad that I forgot and asked that.
That is legitimately where I think this is going.
All right, we can take it there.
Right, I suppose I'll ask, why? Why did you abandon me? Why did you leave me to just carry on with my life as if none of this ever happened?
Oh, are we having what will you say if it's him then? I thought you didn't.
What, sorry?
Are we having what will you say if it's him then?
Yeah, I want it in there because I like it a lot.
All right, we can have it.
Okay.
But I think that then we should have Ace just be excited to see the Doctor again, rather than have any resentment about being left behind.
Yeah, because this has to be shit. You're right. I'm gonna take it out. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna put what are you gonna say if it's him, and then she's just excited.
This is our first proper roadblock, isn't it?
Yeah, this is our first proper roadblock. I think I'm just gonna put what are you gonna say if it's him, and then she's just excited.
What if we just leave it here? What if we just have square brackets emotional conversation, and then we get back to it?
You know what? I'm going with that. Emotional conversation. Because I'm pretty sure that's what Chris does. Right. So where do we go now?
Oh! I've got it! I actually think I've got it. What if we just have like Tegan, them sitting in the car together, and Tegan says sort of, Ace, you're gonna need to get back to your life eventually. I think that's kind of on the money for where we're going.
Yeah.
Because that's also the end of the arc as we've suggested it.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Hang on. Right, so need to get back to your life eventually. Ooh, how about we suggest? How about we infer a bit of backstory for Ace in here as the reason why she's obsessed with the Doctor, because her life shit.
We could have maybe, I guess. But she likes her life as has been presented in the DVD box set trailers.
Well, that's true, but the context that we came up with for those 4 decades line implies that she doesn't.
I mean, I think that she likes her life, but she likes the idea of life with the Doctor more.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's clouded her vision of how good her actual life is.
Yeah, that's true.
So we could have like, hang on, I've forgotten what the last line we just put in there is.
Ace, you're going to need to get back to your life eventually.
Right. So we could have. What if Ace sort of says, well, if we travel with the if you travel if it's the Doctor, we can be gone for as long as we want and then be back in time for whatever. Not if it is the Doctor. If it's the Doctor, we can go on as many adventures as we want.
Yeah.
And still be back in time and still be back, and no one will, and we can be back on the same day or whatever. I can't think of a fun way to phrase that, but you know.
Well, it's supposed to be shit, isn't it? So.
Ignore me bumping my knee into my desk.
Be back on the same day.
Out of curiosity, how long is it now?
What? 14 pages.
Out of curiosity. Ooh, that's a lot of pages. And I'm basically able to go for the rest of the night, by the way, so just let me know when you want to stop. I guess I might get tired soon, but I'm not feeling tired yet, so...
Okay, we can go for another hour or so. Okay, not if it's the Doctor. If it's the Doctor, we can go on as many adventures as we want and be back on the same day.
Yeah, alright, I'm not sure that's exactly how he would phrase it, but I'm sort of happy that that's sort of the general vibe of what needs to be there.
That is the general vibe of what needs to be here. Maybe Tegan implies that she's done with it?
Or what if we have... Well, because Tegan is done with it, and I think Chris would have to be really silly to not present Tegan from the start as being
Jaded,
unwilling to go back to the life.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason she left, it stopped being fun, Doctor.
Yeah, it stopped being fun, yeah.
I'm traumatized now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Maybe she's still traumatized. This is if it was good. Tegan sighs and looks out the window. As the streak flashes past, we hear echoes of lines from Resurrection of the Daleks.
That could be something they do.
I mostly wanted that in there because of the I can't stand this confusion in my mind.
I love that line so much.
Yeah.
I'm going to work it into a video at some point.
Including, I can't stand the confusion in my mind. And a Dalek shooting a gun. And someone screaming. Right.
What if we have Dalek dialogue from the episode, but redone by Nicholas Briggs for no apparent reason?
Yes. Dalek dialogue from Resurrection, redone by Nicholas Briggs. Okay, so that's implying that Tegan still...
A man who will not rest until he is the voice of every Dalek ever.
What the fuck's going on?
Are you writing that in?
No, I put I can't stand the confusion in my mind and Dalek dialogue from Resurrection of the Daleks, Resurrection done by Nicholas Briggs.
Right.
Do they see something in London on the way to unit, and that's what stops them from getting there?
Does Tegan have a reply to? Yeah, actually, I think this is probably where they probably need to stumble on one of the episode's other plot points at some point, right? We need to introduce everything at the same time, or it won't be messy enough.
Yeah, that's true.
But we do also need them to get everyone's sort of en route for unit now, and we do need to get them to unit in time for the Doctor's arrival at unit HQ.
That is true. Another shitty reference.
Well, if can we have we could always move the flashback dialogue, right?
Which flashback dialogue?
The dialogue from Resurrection of the Daleks. Because I think Tegan might want to respond to Ace's.
That is true. Yes. Hang on a minute. Right. Okay. Tegan. Okay. What does Tegan say then?
What if we have that at the start of the scene? Is like is Tegan flashing back to Resurrection of the Daleks, and then Ace like snaps her out of it.
Yeah, I suppose. Tegan is in the passenger seat. Hang on. Tegan sighs and looks out the window as the street flashes past. Yeah, she sighs and then looks across to Ace. Ace, what are you going to say it's him?
Well, we can't forget to make Tegan angry.
Yeah, that's true. Mouth on legs. I think most of that happens when she gets to unit. Because here she's just sort of like dragging her feet, isn't she?
Yeah.
Not if it's Doctor. If it's Doctor, we can go on as many adventures as we want and be back on the same day.
Right, so... I guess, like, what if it's not Ace? We'll just be dragged into another adventure with a... we'll just be dragged into some other business because of some false alarm. Something along those lines. And what if it's not? What if it's another false alarm? Do you want to get dragged into who knows what? Again?
Hey.
T could be wearing a cork hat for this scene.
A what hat, sorry?
You know, one of those hats with corks tied to the rim.
Why?
Because she's Australian.
That's true, and with the Sicilian people, we want to get as many stereotypes in as possible.
I'm not really aware of any Sicilian stereotypes, to be honest.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I suppose. But what if it's not Ace? What if it's another false alarm? Do you want to get dragged into who knows what again? What does Ace say then?
But what if it is?
And then she looks in the back and sees, I've got my baseball bat.
Yeah. She looks in like her tote bag or whatever and sees her jacket and her baseball bat that she definitely has.
But what if it is? Okay, so I need to swap who's driving and who isn't. Hang on, Tegan is driving.
Or we can do it like in Remembrance.
Ace is in the passenger seat. Yeah, we can, can't we?
We can just have Ace be an irresponsible driver and glance down at her bag while she's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Z. There. Because obviously she's still a big kid. She looks in the...
Oh, we need to get Wicked in there somewhere, of course.
Really?
Oh, obviously she says Wicked as soon as she sees the Doctor.
Yes, and sees her...
Actually, I would... Yeah, that's one that I'm pretty sure will probably be, as it happens in the episode, probably. She's going to say Wicked when she sees 13.
On the back seat. Wait, you're a woman
It'll
now. Wait, you're a woman now, Doctor. Wicked.
That could be it as well. It's either going to be you're the Doctor, or it's going to be you're the Doctor and you're a woman. Wicked, right? That's going to be...
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the line. You're the Doctor and you're a woman. Wicked. No,
you're the Doctor.
You're the
Wicked.
You're the Professor and you're a woman. Wicked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Wicked. Just making notes for later. How did Bell and Vinda show up?
It's a really good fucking question. I mean, obviously we've got to take this to sci-fi locations. It can't be an entirely Earth-based story. I think on Earth we're just getting the Cybermen breaking the Master out of Unit HQ.
Yeah.
We also at some point need to decide what he wants in Unit HQ.
Does he want to kill Kate Stewart?
What if he breaks out and then gets something that he needs from the Black Archive?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so she looks in the rearview mirror and sees the thing on the back seat. Right, cut to... right, where are we going now? The Master is locked in a prison cell, right?
Yeah, the master is like locked. Is like, let's put him in a straitjacket on a plane. And on the helicopter rather, and the doctor is sitting opposite him. And shall we just pretend they've been sitting in silence for the whole time during the previous? No, we need to end the scene, the Ace and Tegan scene, not with it just cutting away, but with them being distracted by something.
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
Or it won't be a real emotional scene.
Okay.